enough. Just pay everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Couldn't chaplain, is an idol. I know you get back to but if you want to stick around until the meeting's over, we can talk to them if you want. Oh, well, it's up to me. Next Sunday. Next Sunday. And then we'll put you on the agenda. Okay. And the reports. There you go. Oh, well, yeah, I was gonna tell you, you can decide on yourself. Sunday, but I'll be here at 10 o'clock. Read off the agenda. Right. هذا شيء كان هذا just 12 o'clock 12:01 هذا ايش ولا DVD outlet can't make it man popcorn هذا yeah no we went to executive session هذا هذا جيش يبقى نيت إن أكو 9.1 or 9.6 or 9.7 we're going to take them off the agenda.
Or what time are we starting? 12:02 from the executive session?
12:01.
12:01?
Yeah. If now hold on. Although you see how they are. That's it. We're documenting it. So some of the other yeah, there to be added on to the agenda. The resolution reports. So yes. Out on the door, what let me your name was you want to be on the agenda to do report for the regular chapter meeting, right? Okay, your name, can you write down? I think I can't write down your last name. Under reports, right? Head on before we get to last week. Oh. We'll go ahead and put you under 6.15 or wait, hold on.
Who is
Six
this?
point sorry. 6 you don't have a presentation, huh? We'll put
It
you
was-
under 6.15 or then. And then we'll probably move up the other ones.
It would be 6.19.
That's not a presentation. It's just a report.
It's the same thing.
Well, you have
Because
I know.
this is a chapter of committee members.
6.19 or then. Under reports. From Rita Kadakwa.
Can you spell your name for us, please?
Right now. Okay, and then anybody else? They
Dr. Ashley,
Oh.
Ashley Stanley, that's Jimmy, so Virginia Chamber of Reliance Chamber, that's Chamber National. I am part of the KUSD Johnson Valley Bill, and then we're requesting to be put on the regular meeting on next Sunday.
6.19, 6.20.
So we can go over our calendar events and then kind of give a general summarization, how we plan to utilize the nomination federal funds that we were given. So
Okay. What was your name?
Ashley Stanley. So Ashley, like with furniture store,
Yeah.
Stanley.
I'll put a couch in.
Yeah.
What was your title? KUSD?
The Kansas Unified School District Johnson O'Malley program.
And She was
No, maybe.
I'll be right.
And then I do have calendars for other events, and then I also have application assistance for I classes and caps and gowns for those families who have students enrolled within the Kansas University District.
Okay.
So if you guys need any, please let me know. I'll work on these. Thank you.
So report on that
Okay.
for the meeting.
6.21.
Yeah.
Randy,
Yeah.
Report on
what
what?
kind of report?
Hey, just where we're at with the whole building homes, and we have a public forum meeting on Thursday. Asian report with
Okay. All right. Yeah. Anybody else?
Hits homes?
You want to be on the reports for NAS?
If you want me to, but I was.
Are you gonna be?
I was
Are you gonna be here?
9.3.
Huh?
I was just here for 9.3.
9.3? Okay. All right. I'm just kidding. Because you're a NAS president, that's why I don't know if you want to be there.
you want me to report? I can.
Okay.
That's why I'm resolution, that's parents, but for like the principal. And for the big house for Arnold Street.
Good.
Try to show that, I was thinking that for that Melbourne, for the whole of that, it's like,
What's that?
Arnold.
okay, not, yeah.
What was his name? Arnold James?
That's resolution, yeah, yeah.
Arnold
Right.
Frank.
On a print, okay.
That would be on
9.9
9.9 and then it'll just adjust accordingly.
9.5, 9.4, 9.5, this is what we took off the other ones.
So 9.5. You did take off 9.5.
If you took off the other ones, that's fine.
You want to put it in 9.6?
Yeah, well, 9.1 we took off too.
That's why I said it will adjust accordingly.
Okay. Okay. Okay, anybody else? I'm not gonna choose for you, that's up to you. If that, you might tell me, no, that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, then okay, we'll go ahead and vote on it. Then there you go. See, they'll get Daniels. How do you vote? We're gonna adopt it, then. Yeah, we can adopt the other ones that we. Oh, no, then we gotta read back into the minute. Okay. How you guys add on? I'm ready now? Okay. Okay, now we got the agenda fix and everything. Read it back into the minutes. The way we have it. And then we'll vote on it.
So review and approve agenda. Add budget and reports accordingly. 4.2, remove 9.1, 9.6, and 9.7 resolution. 4.3, add on 6.19, Carmelita Apodaca and Catherine George.
Mm-hmm.
4.4, let's see. Read that over again. Okay. Review and approve agenda. 4.1, add budget reports accordingly. 4.2, remove resolution 9.1, 9.6, and 9.7. 4.3, add on 6.19, Carmelita Apodaca and Katharina George. What are they presenting about?
We're gonna do a report on, what happened to their son and then also, the laws, yeah, the laws that how it's, not up to date. So he did have a discussion with the Delgado Daniels over there, so.
Then,
Title 17.
Title 17, under Title 17.
4.4, add on 6.20, Ashley Stanley, KUSD, Johnson O'Malley Program. 4.5, Randy Yellow, 6.12, Kit Holmes. 4.6, resolution for Arnold Crank 9.9, and it will be adjusted accordingly. Possibly it would be moved to 9.5 or 9.6, but it'll be adjusted accordingly.
Sure. All right, with that, we'll go ahead and, take the vote on this. No? Okay, go ahead.
どうだ、ちょっとそれにどうだ、そうしんかわりですけど、later, a resolution, later, that we have our NOS region president also down from Mr. Derek Burley. He's also the Western Nile Agency Council president. Oh, so it's so he has a resolution regarding roads, roads for the 4 chapters, priorities. So I want to add that to the agenda. So forward the resolution.
Okay,
Mr. President, thank you.
so yeah, it's gonna be under roads for the whole, 4 regions.
Just wanted to know if I could amend, maybe, what you guys have on here.
Yeah.
For 9.2. If I could just amend that resolution, to include the NOS regional priorities for transportation.
Okay. So you want to be under 9.2? Okay,
And then I'll send the resolution to all of you.
okay.
NOS regional for,
The NOS regional transportation priorities.
Let me ask you another question. So, you want this resolution that's on there, you want to sent to you, and then you can remodify the whole thing in the NOS?
If you want, that works. That's all.
That should work. We'll probably have to talk to Nelson Yeoman, that's his resolution though.
Oh, okay, well then, if you want, I'll just add a whole new one.
Okay. Okay, 9.2, that'll be under 9.8. Or 9.9. Is an add-on to different resolution. But you'll present it at the regular chapter meeting, or
Okay.
Every single-
Is it?
because last time we did that, and then kind of got out of hand, and we had to shut down last month's chapter meeting because we didn't have,
Okay.
when the members said we didn't have a resolution in place.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and add it on at the regular chapter. I know you brought it up about that. It's really over there is resolutions not on, but it's supposed to be on there. But did you get that now? You want that on the
resolution add-on for NOS regional transportation to 9.10 and will adjust accordingly.
okay? If it's on there, it'll be on. Oh, there. Okay. We'll go ahead and vote on it. Green. Paula,
I don't count my vote.
you have to vote. That's why we have a meeting, and you have to vote. You can't say unless we can put you under
Well,
abstain.
I can, no,
Okay,
don't
I'm
count
not-
my vote.
Okay, your abstention.
No.
2. Oops. 2 in favor, 0 opposed, 2 abstention. Hello.
I'm not abstaining.
All right. So
So who's in favor?
2 in favor, 0 opposed, 2 abstention.
0 opposed. There will just be 1 abstention.
Okay, number 5, I don't know the approval of the last meeting minutes. 5.1, plan on December 7th, 2025, you have that?
I can read the
Okay.
December planning meeting.
Hold on. I did email you saying that I want some documents that were on there to be taken off, and then I want it in black and white, and then also we should have had this discussion
You
in
want
there.
to defer it to the regular meeting?
We can go ahead and have a meeting. I think we're going to have a meeting here some Saturday, and maybe after the meeting, yeah, we can go ahead. Refer to the regular meeting, but I told you that I'm going to put the meeting minutes for all this stuff.
With all due respect, that would be up to the people to decide.
No, you send me all those documents and I approve it before it gets out to the CS. That's why we do that. But anyway, we'll go ahead and do the hotel thing. I don't. It's not that one. Oh,
Mr. President.
yeah.
Yeah, now, I don't know, the last thing, I have a question. Approval of last meeting, since we got. I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 그동안 educating the planning meeting for December, planning meeting, regular meeting for December, January, February, January, planning meeting, regular meeting, maybe adaptation, so you cover behind educator, if it's ready, you can forward, and that's what he paid for. And the community members, approval.
Oh,那个跟是像个快乐山，那我那也叫我帮他去听的。他咱们就是在方面可以by resolution for the never resolution that you saw the by one with me if you call. I don't know because I in that he hasn't saw the should have that all that every application in media. 然后那个的是结婚一下，或者是海运什么，国内的那个海那个，对的是怎么说的？那那个的亚南版的 administration 的，阿点的是被拉出，阿比拉哦，那是那个新加坡，哦，那是阿那的那是Then people leave. Oh, yeah, it's in my idea. I'll be in everything that. Then you may go that I have it now.
So,
For
on black.
everything I don't want it different colors.
Okay, I can put it all in black.
For in the Yanan Taya. We are the Yanan Taya. I don't know. We see down in Yelana Taya. For other Yelana, in the other in the one that's not the thing. Because and the that has a Ayana, the preaching when the national, you know, what accident and other national, set the dialogue of national. The Shona video, so what that so recording AI recorded in the DOJ, yes, so I such in a joy, I don't something. I don't mention what that man. Approval of the meeting minutes and approval of the things. You don't have to on the back, also, that, on the now, the hydration, on the question, that, that, no, yeah. We agree with that, so.
是能找回到的味道，就是同类的味道，sempre que kleine Dinge chatten, die was这个 aromatic 的味道，他说那是那好吃的味道，都按你的意思，这是啊，kleine Dinge，味道地的地方都做的地你说的是话说不，但是那是地然后这样子的，是地方这个都有，是开始。
这个是快这个小学的导演。So, the edition it's a Josh and yeah, in the I don't the nasbati with that. So, EDG the I want a motion to fix the measurements first. Yeah. Let's have it in. Oh, okay. Oh, how they are, you know.
It isn't big. It would have been nice later. I got a critics come back to what you are. He has done some yesterday needs here and there. See, the emotion at all. Eating and shot of sort of to be very sign like that. So, the other way that maybe I could don't agree. I don't know. Another meeting in May actually. In May actually. Others are, oh, was not sweet, man, but I was saying that in the last week or least.
Ensuite, dernièrement, j'en avais là, c'est dans les gens qui n'avaient pas ça. J'ai eu à Bayana, t'as eu personnalité, which is second now, that, yeah. Although it was a massive thing that you were judging. The other thing that what about you about yes,
Shouldn't that, during our leadership meeting, by party say, I told you that, the other what they change the
okay.
I'll make that motion to refer this, the meeting with, so yeah, that's what these means, I was really, I was seeing just the meeting, but I did that. I'll put it back on the agenda.
Okay, second. Okay. Motion to move it to the leadership meeting. Coming down as. And second by Laura.
So when is the leadership meeting so that I can make myself available? We need to know a date right now.
Vote. In favor? Very two in favor.
I don't count my vote because I need to know the date. I have not been invited to a leadership meeting since
Favor.
May 2nd.
Two abstention.
No, it's going to be one abstention. You're not counting my vote.
Number 6 here, the 8 part of this reports. Not this shot.
Mr. President, look over that. I scheduled the meeting, not asking now. So see, vote or later one. This meeting is a meeting, yeah.
The 6th, so we're gonna have a bigger meeting here in Fazia. That's this the credit hard day becomes. Let's see that should go this.
I'm available on Wednesday, February 5th.
Yeah, March 7th, also.
I'm not available
No,
March
no,
7th.
wait. Oh, March 7th, right? I agree with the water rights. In Fazia.
I'm not available March 7th.
How's somebody like how the machine visit this week?
Yeah, but Monday, Tuesday, I'm sure I don't Wednesday, Friday,
Friday evening. Okay, Friday evening at 6. Yeah, Friday evening at 6.
What day?
This coming Friday before the regular shop meeting.
Where?
Right out there. Administration job you. That's been Hajlipa. What time?
I think we need a neutral ground because for her safety.
Okay. Administration. The dates can be,
I'd like to make a different, propose a different location instead of the administration, just because she doesn't feel safe while I'm around. So can we have it at a neutral ground, neutral place? I just had like a lot of police police office coming to the administration whenever my presence is there.
So President, I think administration is there, yeah, we're gonna be there, yeah.
Will it be a
Yeah.
neutral ground? That I'm just requesting for neutral ground.
عشان أعرف تبعد بنابس تري I want it there.
We can go to the conference room at the business center.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Because I'll be there all day working. Unless somebody wants to pick me up and take me to the administration.
You try hold up, share here. I see administration. Well, I'll see if we have.
I would like to
Okay.
propose
Oh, yeah.
the conference room.
This not the administration. On Friday 6. This is Friday.
What
6,
time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock p.m.
Oh,
With all due respect from your memorandum, you had mentioned that it was my fault for keeping administrative staff and others past 6, and I just want to make it clear that I'm not going to be responsible for people going home late at night.
yeah, that's
Because
right.
that's according to your memorandum.
The meeting, we're having the meeting.
Okay.
Oh, after. They done so what I done so
I'm not responsible for people heading home at night.
Okay, ready? Now, so. Shut up. County. Okay, yeah.
Ja, no, that's it. It's nice. Okay. Shreya Laura television. I share that we see. How much I share on my scene on the raising official every month Sunday in the December yeah don't SST ayo aye vishanan shadli aro ko egi December not meaning that season it ako expert ohanet hayidani na report this neck a day oh I used to be out of the a abanash ako at sa higi ya all right down the shadi on the December isn't the dishes ako at sa higi ya o koje hasayana da fed house nigi da no fence da no koto don gauge do حاجة مسكن هاجة بدي إهدا نو إيش صون أبو هليت أقدش تيش هايلة ميلة سداتن ليدة أبستنا زميل هيلا كيري أيدول شدنده جهد الله بيكيد صدي on lady وصلها لجأ نشتا أوديس بناتي أرو نعدش كين هليت أقدول ميش بشنو أرو ساتدات يا دي تكاشي تاني كاد أرو هذا هذا تكاشي سا هاي خلا أرو ناسنا هذا سأنا أرو لي مسكين هذا شيء نانا أكو هاي لها ليت أهارو لها هالجشت شنو دينا هذا فكر aro siya ko benan na sudo nanda no benina ya de ha do siya so behazan go de blat de tid da det var ani hade syn så hade ni den de kir de då det behazan de la aro de ko je bears urgent da de asian hade no but no hosne de Monticello go nice de Monticello de die ent ja die tini kim dan ako di ent answer ent den ne ape yen da ha shin ha lit bi yen da ne so ent basula shadin ni ako sa en da ne shi jo ko big est ki da halla o ashni ha edi så sånn då asladin ades alni hot zodon leje ايش ابن هot هod eben insurance of it das vi go da ايش da I hate edini aron de in the Salt Lake ashni ada sabaje hadi nashe no o ho baje is sande ada shije I lande in dik at hin sildahagi be akhat all what la ya halanen de khat na de halet out short aro inda the cool the Lebanon na bit aro shadid short the cool the Lebanon na sada ya so halet out hin on lede na loshi ajo in ga hada bik hal I hoda sada na de se joda eningi nas ka agi halno dole aro ani biga nas kido alya jo survey halyangi ani adla adan khaba asho ya ani bikhat o wala hada do ni juna ande ya asni do ye kha do jati ente do peso be aro khodo an hi so an hi war ni she pa do le so hotza pa enas kigo o aje na aro sajugo na aje hotza aronde ende shashja dosh na tegi khoege ade hitre na da aliale aro di be hisna hoizne aro hebe hista hoizne ashe ko de shash Dinid ad khadiya le Monticello de. Sonde na ki has angoda. Sa fuel breaks haliela nana sa renewal of the permit. Ako di fuel break halieni ge tsin chen sha. Ako it met yun solo. Ko je screen di kha this kid. Sonde da ni la le kodo ka sa lo. Onde shastra biya je tsat hin dogoshte adam adas hinigi akon sanasi de schei do chjajun ne onda de o konda de har odal ne gi ade ha do ni juno la ha do sto ha do ni aro kuzi na akodi kon di atini gi kon number bekenaz nel kon station hol yajen kon as khana hado ji ya den ne shi de ni zinigi de di yo la chena ado da yan de manazuma je ko haskin de dan le chi de bait on volunteer as on na ko ja de la van as de ta ilo bien and then yeah, that's what teenage and hot truck quite late bait. No, in the easy. He's gonna volunteer his time. Are sat yo yes la kode abed large or jet hole she inside your fence ne wood station or wood bait yet ne ba hol in ajut ne kio log do bada bi hagi baha ni sto juna. Aro lei de children the dodge la ta ya online is ne are permit da ji la ha jo so are o ha he do ni juna. Di kon be da so ba. Aro ya di shi qad March so ya ti kha do le next fall je shi خود آن خواهد دلیا دولش آروین دا الجت خود یا would think خود یا با دول نیچنه آروین دا اشنن لنیگی بیغان دن سیس خازا دا دو دو بدا خیگی نا نشتین زنیگی بابه هز آرو جنه دو آرم نانتین بش hat كده هدوس جو تواشنا أنني كان كده تبينا أبغى نخاتشن يا أخو نزل دولة هي بدي نانتين بس قدرت عاد أشن نال صوت زيديون نحشنه عجبت ده أنا هسلي وإن ده أنا هجيشي هت نفين ده دي مشله Aro sajigi ya renewal of permit haliele sto dig a khoe ha zo dig ho blue line ginas egi hashi hon so hat en halobe kesda khoe ge be shahar hal khasal go be kashin da khase belagana be kashin den kharigi anez nan naha ba renew ndali aro keya adan nakha bikeko ako akeda dan hizani da viente jo saar shi beke o ta hada tehto ana sazda jo la haleit ya nei shonta zehto da azli jo ba pu nal ita ako ya do anhide ye gon hansu lata needs no hot in hansu de kiss na ya every 10 years come to the table. Ako we like to have somebody from Oljato administration kitchen day in the store that Danila ko aj patsa ako kare ya kadi kus kando shi batte lana atleto de ende neznan Hece. Dişi dine znana hece nad kato de heca de şöyle çıkıldı ya da hadi ada ento da ya zesi ya gida şöyle o da öte da aslında. Şey ahat abanlar de higi hido konfestende lavo anna al kato Kaya da hojo da dainos da dan shit da da hat abe da shazna tela ko wat asje speha zid aro aro di di kode den asje ben tini di beni na ba ya Utah State University de asali na haniya ya ben kin halala halait ya kibek ashi do shi do the bed hait ba da hasian hisna dit da tasan akho ko Wednesday ya ta khaniya al pu washing on shines oyo Aya annan alde kishyayan hanan tlaot eron de tuk ad di to has an ahot any benina خارج لا تحت ديك خطاب هزان دوك يعني إيرو لتو هزرو خشمي لشتو لت ننيجي قات نحيد يوكي أكو بديك أفرمت أتينا تشهي أشانو زنو نحيش كيد بس إن تاسا أربعة كشيما غادي أبش إدلي تدخنو ده كومبن ين هنا شاط Aro ein da das an sa bookhoms put it ye. Ebi das Quegi enni ben not it na khania. The snow the has jobe bash ne the naked or tinty anni na gadas it had an sell ye or nas neat that's you get it all tinty sad gene lo ashwan hidden snow get these things for a hot arms one of what mansions arodi sana that na region have yeah weather station that on needs no where don't lay the nasha call the snit weather station gi that on nila di yi or your that is na shota nila where has only district Jordan nan pingo has edo nele jo sa kesla aro ya sa zigi February 21st when that non dato le de ha de shi ga to le ha shi na de di as anti hat aro inta ya de ya di men是真的呀的人类是呢di kwa de是哈那你给好哈的哈说啦akwa like section 3 one ne khai shi hona be permit da ba kha di sha de ta di na to sa je son do kha to di de conservation plan ha yen ne ebe hita di ne to be has ani da shi ha shin so ge chet aro le to na so kodos karo te da di ni so beso dan de jo da ego esta han nego ela khoya da sa ba hu shan de ado jo das så säger jag att de inte är kvar så det no är kom fa ett nation så det det hade kanske att ha inte så banana ta ja det lagana le last summer för egen en är ne skiten där skiten det när de pratar no kom snart så gillar habe ich Standards was it's was was schön in der Schläge posted that is and the March 18 in the o yonna hanezi la in the fa in yende kada nila aro district 8 meeting gi dik Fridays come Monday aro Tuesday Wednesday Friday je come 10 o'clock put your food for it. Asana le to les aro da ye ona de deskita no so extension agent do aki kan peiwa tande hobe kushno asi aden hadina hashit annen dan deskilo les den yen hadina ade certe ka deni ke Kodo asa de za no on just sa for to do ni da in the yo benan avo aro bi ta ya sto finder that's ashon da shudish si ya ikveko being so snell do le higi ashon da shudish digi di ashidashla Did she asha ziniki koi anna hapike fa anda to ba hanya Apo kinte shke zhen zong a li do zhen ne. Ako do be ga shi do hat ha shi ye a hat the bedo a hat Adigi it is that the liba ho jijo. Ajut ehdit a the belshi begashi. A sanzen ba. Hot abe ba o sigi bezida. E. Whoever kadas do listen ne. Hala no len the best ring as it at the bedside as it. Ayaju as it. Dibe ba o se khoe yo khasne da aro da beja ba da e hot a in da e ya sto a don't so da ade it's di da ki permitted edgene the customary use land hot our customary use e hamet ha shi be ha so be permit be ki ha shi cho jo shi det best avgörande. What are jag när jag editad det känner inte det då hade ni då record det då this year att ano zinba an hitta har next year di ba då just det har ela ko permit då customary language keys nello fashion han nello poen da tell shin hade shit hot edgen ako då aron da di record as in da ba da si da hot thunder banda ja hot ben has topic har da hit situation what da ako en det kan ju ha Private the day also the last Sunday was hall and the presentation show long day in the roba upon day what a last Sunday or your review the day national so far was a day a Monday or key a call that's a hiki yeah, change that although I don't know the this is la do in the other chiquido first edit ya go in the key I don't the la to on shot the baby la on he record the hanola illegal kid that a kid you know so not other there's me hold that la yeah.
Yeah, important that.
Thailand, I don't get. No, okay.
They chapter made now.
Yeah, how that when they go because something like the way the quake the never use a commission where the thing quake now they get it down Utah legislative priorities. Even not see me at that time. I made an amendment to the resolution to add the way right fencing in that. I don't know, very quake to put up more lightings, warning lights from the house in the phone. The harder the one makes it clear that should be so. I don't know, the basic of Sunday. Council delegate Champagne Parish leave legislation back at the legislation back at the equal to ABP so these days so ABP legislative priorities. Yana Veda legislation number 0015. Asian could innovate Salt Lake City, the change that the so the team they get a priority that they know other things. So AB so it's trying to make that the way we are team to get right with taxing. I don't think I hit a 18 $8. So $8,000 about.
Very important something. 4 years.
그 이웃하고다 대체이랑 이웃 스테이트 대체이래 리뱅스 and so idea thank you.
You have a question?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, yeah, a lot of topic. I don't have no yashi on such case of it. That's Sunday, you don't so the high car or remember about that. That's all it. He reports on it as the way the shuttle report that I add on the agenda. It is. I don't know, number 7, budget report. Yeah, Josh and little, that's a common bit of middle. People they ask you about it. I don't know, the old business, 10. I don't number 9,
What do you want me to say for the budget report?
I said,
Refer it to, I know what you
Yeah.
said, but like, what do you want me to put in the meeting minutes? Refer to regular meeting?
well, go ahead and move it to our leadership meeting off, right? We'll discuss it now. Number 8, old business, then number 9, 9.18 now, yeah. So, 9.2 dollar. Supporting and requesting for the deployment of the Interior Bureau of Indian Affairs Navajo Region Branch of the Transportation Road Department and the Navajo Nation Department of Transportation. The surface grade and San Juan County roads, or the surface grade, the San Juan County roads, 423 Pike Pond Road. You have that resolution?
Yeah, what is the vote for the approval of last meeting minutes? Did we vote on that?
No, we just moved that.
Okay. And then the reports, just to move it again to regular meeting?
Yeah. We motioned that at the beginning of the meeting. We just said those two,
Okay.
these two that were
That's right.
in the report by Herman's, but that's already motioned on, and second, we had to vote on it.
Refer to regular meeting for reports by Cummings. That doesn't get a vote when we refer it, right?
No, we did it when we were adopting the agenda. It was added on.
I didn't read that part into the record because you did that later.
No, we did it. We said before that, before we went into it. You said,
Well, I read it and you guys didn't correct me, so that's why I'm asking.
that's what.
So then, do you want me to add that in the review and approve agenda? Refer all meetings to refer all reports to regular meeting?
So for LCD and then
Regular meeting except
LCD,
LCD
large house,
and
large, large.
and Harmon.
Yeah, the budget's report before the meeting. So some of us, we give a report.
Refer all reports to regular meeting except for Laura and Herman.
Laura and Elsie.
Um,
But she already did her report, so
Okay,
yeah, I do that without that. So I guess
right.
we're off.
So for the approval of last meeting minutes, when you refer it to the leadership meeting, we're not voting on that. Oh,
It's already been voted on because
well, then what's the,
that's just for the minutes.
yeah, for the,
That's your report for the minutes.
so what's the vote? Is it for the approval of last meeting minutes? We're trying to get caught up with the number of votes in the motion.
So here's we'll do a motion to for the Laura motion that you seconded 2 and 2. So at the beginning of the meeting, we vote.
I'm gonna do that 2-0 and 1, but what about this one? We did just that. Are you saying you could go?
Oh, okay. That one there is already
Carmen, Laura, or
2.
okay, I'm doing 2-0 and 1.
That's 2 is already just as officials and you have to vote.
No, I don't. And then for the reports, I got that and we're to review the motion and second it. This is for the reports.
Okay.
There's no motion, there's no second to refer to the regular.
Yeah.
Is there a motion?
So we already referred to the regular meeting, all of it. Except-
in the
Yeah, and the food, and the,
Okay.
that food, so.
well, because then I have to make sure I put that in the minutes after my son.
That's what the food at the beginning of this.
And old business, there's none. Okay. Then read 9.1.
That's a drive off, so we don't read that. So we just go to 9.2.
Resolution of the Oljato Chapter, Resolution Number OLJ 02-02-2022-NV2. And this resolution number will adjust accordingly, supporting and requesting for the Department of the Interior Bureau of Indian Affairs, Navajo Region Branch of Transportation Road Department, and the Navajo Nation Department of Transportation to surface grade the San Juan County Road 423 Paiute Farms Road. Whereas one, pursuant to Title 26 NNC Section 3A, the Oljato chapter is a duly recognized certified chapter of the Navajo Nation government as listed at 11 NNC Part 1, Section 10 and 2, pursuant to Title 26, Section 1B, the Oljato chapter is vested with the authority to review all matters affecting the community and make appropriate corrections where necessary and make recommendations to the Navajo Nation, federal, state, and other local agencies for appropriate actions. And 3, the Oljato chapter formally requests immediate surface grading and maintenance of San Juan County Road 423 Paiute Farm Road beginning at its junction with N002, the main roadway. And 4, the Oljato chapter is fully aware of the roadway condition on San Juan County Road 423 Paiute Farms and operates school bus routes through the San Juan County School District. Port road conditions significantly impact students' attendance, performance, and dropout rates, limiting educational opportunities and outcomes as noted by 2017 U.S. Governmental Accountability Office. In February 2022, the Northern Arizona Council of Governance NACOG was directed to conduct its studies. The chapter recognizes that transportation challenges increase absenteeism, lower academic performance, and raised dropout rates among rural students. And 5, the Oljato chapter requests that the 13 miles of San Juan County Road 423 be assessed and included in the rehabilitation of routes because it is utilized as a main corridor used by many of our students and residents. And 6, the Oljato chapter voting members understand the Navajo Nation Department of Transportation (NDOT) is authorized by the Department of the Interior Bureau of Indian Affairs (BIA) Navajo Region Branch of Transportation to service that road with their equipment and labor for road blading. And 7, the Oljato chapter community is only following the directives presented at chapter meetings in the past. And the Oljato chapter community member utilizes County Road 423 on a daily basis. And 9, the grading and regular maintenance of San Juan Road 423 Paiute Road would reduce clutter and tear on community members' transportation and alleviate the unexpected vehicle maintenance costs that would need for essential household needs. And 10, regular maintenance of San Juan County Road 423 will also help to ensure the safety of children being transported to and from school on a daily basis. Now, therefore, be it resolved that 1, the Oljato chapter hereby supports the request of the Department of Interior Bureau of Indian Affairs, Navajo Region Branch of Transportation, Navajo Nation Department of Transportation to service, grade, and regular maintain the San Juan County Road 423 Paiute Farm Road to ensure a safe route for residents and school transportation certification.
Motion? Laura? Second? Karina? Second. Raymond, second. Any discussion on this? Okay, vote.
In favor.
3 in favor. 0 opposed, 1 abstention. 5.3. Yes.
Okay, number 2, 9.3. OLJ resolution of the Oljato chapter resolution number OLJ 0203/2026 MB3, supporting the NOS Regional Council's effort to establish an independent regional nonprofit support and development corporation and authorizing a cooperative partnership to advance regional priorities benefiting the Nasisan, Oljato, Shanta, and Tepican NOS region. Whereas 1, pursuant to NNC Section 380, Oljato chapter is a duly recognized certified chapter of the Navajo Nation government as listed at 11 NNC Part 1 Section 10 and vested with the authority to discuss all matters affecting the Navajo people and its nation. And 2, pursuant to Navajo Nation Code Section 1B, the Oljato chapter is vested with authority to review all matters affecting the community, make appropriate corrections when necessary, and provide recommendations to the Navajo Nation and other local agencies for appropriate actions. And 3, the NOS region continues to experience significant needs related to infrastructure development, transportation, water and sanitation, public safety, environmental stewardship, housing, and community development that require coordinated regional solution. And 4, the NOS Regional Council has identified the need to establish a separately incorporated and independent nonprofit support and development corporation to provide administrative, technical, and development capacity in support of regional initiatives. And 5, the Oljato chapter recognizes the funding agencies and partners often require project to be administered by an independent nonprofit organization with separate governance, financial system, and fiduciary responsibility. And 6, the Oljato chapter further recognizes the importance of maintaining a clear distinction between chapter governmental authority, regional coordination, and nonprofit operation to ensure compliance with applicable laws, audit standards, and funding requirement. And 7, the Oljato chapter desires to formally support the NOS Regional Council's effort to establish such a nonprofit entity and to participate in a cooperative partnership with the nonprofit organization to advance projects that benefits the Oljato community and the broader NOS region. Now, therefore, be it resolved that 1, the Oljato chapter hereby supports and affirms the NOS Regional Council's effort to establish a separately incorporated and independent nonprofit support and development corporation organized to serve and benefit the Nasisan, Oljato, Shanta, and Tepican NOS region. And 2, the Oljato chapter hereby supports and authorizes a cooperative partnership, including the development and execution of a cooperation agreement or a memorandum agreement between the Oljato chapter, the NOS Regional Council, and the independent nonprofit organization for the purpose of coordinating regional priorities, supporting grant development, and advocating advancing infrastructure, public safety, environmental, and community development initiative benefiting the Oljato community and the NOS region. And 3, the Oljato chapter affirms the nonprofit organization shall operate as a separate and independent legal entity, and that nothing is in this resolution or in any cooperative agreement shall be construed to transfer away the chapter's governmental authority, sovereignty, or decision-making power, nor to impose operational, managerial, or financial control or liability upon the Oljato chapter unless expressly authorized by separate chapter action. Certification. I'll make that first motion.
Okay, motion, Juana. Second. Laura, discussion? Or, who's the resolution this? Melissa, you wanna-
President Dillard.
You want to kind of elaborate on it?
Yeah, Jay, Delicate, Jen, Eden, Kachi, and Sloan, Lisbon, Bashichin. I started talking about Hanshi trade all Hanagani, that's not I and the Chef, it's up in Arizona. That's where I'm originally from. I'm also the NOS Regional Council President and also the Western Agency Council President. So this resolution here before you, Chair and officials and constituents, was that we felt that the NOS Regional Council, consisting of Sapikin, Natsan, Oljato, Chantal, since we formalized a regional council, we felt that it was in the best interest of the council to also create a nonprofit organization. The reason why we want to create a nonprofit organization is because what we would like to do is, as a council, we would also be able to provide some of direct services to the regional council. So the chapters We understand that there's 2 non-certified chapters and there's 2 certified chapters. With the certified chapters, it gives them the opportunity and the leverage to get funding from federal grants or anything like that. With non-certified, they have to go through the Navajo Nation. For the fund to go to the Navajo Nation, I don't think that it comes to the chapter house. And then those are still abiding by the procurement policies and all the other financial policies that the chapter has to maintain and budget. So in order, and typically sometimes that takes a long time to do things, to execute those things. So when we had this discussion with some of the Navajo Mountain officials as well, they had received millions of dollars in grants, but some of those grant dollars weren't able to be expended because, again, Navajo Nation policies, procurement, all the other stuff kind of stops a lot of those things, a lot of the progress. And so what we felt as the council was to go ahead and create a nonprofit entity because, again, there's a lot of grants out there. I mean, I don't think there's probably as much during this current administration, but there's also other grants with other corporations, other nonprofit entities who want to support housing, economic development, transportation, just anything like that. And so what our mission and goal was to formalize this nonprofit entity to where some of the fundings can come to this nonprofit entity, and then it goes to the affected chapter or the chapters. So when it goes to those chapters, it kind of helps streamline some of those processes instead of having it go back to Navajo Nation and whatnot. What we also decided too was that the Knox Regional Council, who again the 4 chapters have their own officials, they would also have some representation on the board of directors. The board of directors would have 7 board of directors. 3 of them would be a part of the Knox Regional Council. So I would assume it would probably be the officials who are going to be on that, who are elected as the president, secretary, or vice president. And so they would also have the ability to have a voice into how the direction of the nonprofit entity is going to go. Along with the other 4 board members are going to be including with specialties that have either construction management, program management, also economic development, as well as legal services and whatnot. So anybody within the region of NOS has the ability to apply for this NOS Regional Council Board of Directors. So then that way we have the focus of empowering us as a region to promote economic development, improve our way of getting things done here in the region. So that's why we thought it was best in our interest to basically help the constituents of Oljato, Oljato, Natsan, and Oljato to really provide that support and labor. This way, the chapters individually would be able to have, project managers. If there's a need to have, like in our case at Tuckican, we want to be able to have some project managers where we have the ability to seek those entities out. So this entity has the ability to basically have those type of collaborations, partnerships, and whatnot with other entities. And they could formalize agreements between that entity. So basically, if we're looking for a project manager, we as a chapter have the ability to go to this entity, which is a nonprofit, who then they can say, hey, Inscription House needs help with project managers and they need help. So that partnership that they've already formulated, they have the ability to execute those projects on behalf of the chapter. So again, that's a cooperative agreement that we're all going to be able to achieve in unison and also be able to achieve some of these projects and initiatives that each and one of these chapters want to go ahead and accomplish. So it's typically there's a lot of bottlenecks up there at Windrock. There's a bottleneck here at the agency level, and sometimes we can't get past that. And some of these grants, they have timelines like like Shanella was talking about over here, you have timelines that you have to meet in a timely manner. These reports have to be put it up. So when we have an organization to where they can execute these projects within a timely manner, then we don't have to depend on the Navajo Nation to provide all those resources. Because I mean, right now I'm Inscription House. We got appropriate $4.1 million, and I'm waiting for a senior center over in Inscription House, and it's been almost a year and 2 months. If there was the ability for us to get that funding on the outside, where we can get those things inside um, our own region and execute those things on our own, then we don't have to really worry about what Navajo Nation is doing. This way, it becomes the ability for us to be more of a region to be empowered to do all these activities, all these projects. Not only that, we have the ability to really empower our own constituents here. So that's the reason why the whole goal of this nonprofit entity was so we can benefit the constituents of NOS Regional Council's area. Questions?
I have a question there. So now, if that goes through, is it going to affect the people, the chapters that are not certified, or anyways?
No, because with the chapters you have, again, within this resolution here, it basically states that you will have a sort of a memorandum of understanding or a memorandum of agreement would be in place where you guys have the ability to be in contact with that organization, that entity.
Okay.
So that kind of formalizes that handshake between you as a chapter to start executing these projects. Because as a chapter, you can make those partnerships. You can make those agreements.
Okay. So yeah, well, go ahead and pass it, and then next week when you come and present it, bring somebody that's knowledgeable in your way of this, telling it to the people now. You got yeah. All right, thanks. Take it to a vote. Louis?
Yes.
Three greens. One opposed. Zero opposed, one abstention. Okay, next one, 9.4.
9.4 Resolution of the Oljato Chapter Resolution Number OLJ 0204-2026 and B4 supporting and approving of Oljato Chapter Housing Discretionary Fund in the amount of $4,000 to purchase material for building materials for home repairs project for Louise Leonard, a registered member of the Oljato Chapter. Whereas 1, pursuant to the NNC Section 3, the Oljato Chapter is a duly recognized certified chapter of the Navajo Nation government as listed at 11 NNC Part 1, Section 10, and vested with authority to discuss all matters affecting the Navajo people and its nation. 2, pursuant to NNC Section 1B, the Oljato Chapter is vested with authority to review all matters affecting the community, make appropriate corrections when necessary, and provide recommendation to the Navajo Nation and other local agencies for appropriate actions. And 3, the Oljato Chapter advocates in the best interest of its community member that local residents are known and the leader of the Oljato Chapter know its members and identify them by their name. And 4, the Oljato Chapter's goal and obligation are to the residents in the overall improvement of economic, community, and infrastructure development is to upgrade the standard of living. And 5, the Oljato Chapter recognizes the urgent need for basic residential renovation and construction service for Navajo families living in remote and rural areas of the Oljato Chapter community. And 6, it is in the best interest of the Oljato Chapter to provide assistance to its members within the home improvement project to sustain the home and habitable condition. And 7, the assistance will extend to member Louise Leonard for procurement of material essentials to complete home for flooring projects to the residents located within the Oljato Valley, Utah. Now therefore be resolved that the Oljato Chapter hereby approves the allocation of the Housing Discretionary Fund 09 in the amount of $4,000 to assist Louise Leonard for the procurement of building materials to complete the roof repair project to her residents located within the Oljato Chapter Oljato Valley, Utah. Certification.
Motion.
May I motion 9.4 and 9.5 together since it's the same?
You want to put them together?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. 9.4, 9. Who was the motion party?
You have that motion.
Was it you and Barney? He does something. Well, I don't see a problem. So do you want to take it? Okay, then, because you have a question I want. Let's just do one at a time. Yeah. Motion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, motion, second, yeah. Okay. Vote, questions, comments? Vote.
Yes.
3 in favor, 0 opposed, 1 abstention. 9.5.
Resolution of the Oljato Chapter, Resolution Number OJ 0205 2026 NV5, supporting and authorizing the Oljato Chapter Housing Discretionary Fund in the sum of $4,000 for the acquisition of material required for a home repair project for Jimmy B. Yellowman Home, a registered member of the Oljato Chapter. Whereas one, pursuant to NNC Section 3, the Oljato Chapter is a duly recognized certified chapter of the Navajo Nation government as listed at 11 NNC Part 1, Section 10, and vested within the authority to discuss all matters affecting the Navajo people and its nation, and pursuant to NNC Section 1B, the Oljato Chapter is vested with the authority to review all matters affecting the community, make appropriate corrections when necessary, and provide recommendation to the Navajo Nation and other local agencies for appropriate actions. And 3, by Resolution CAP 3498, the Navajo Nation Council approves a Local Governance Act, wherein the Navajo Nation Council delegated governmental authority to the chapters of the Navajo Nation to address matters of local concern with Navajo law, custom, and tradition. And 4, the Oljato Chapter advocates in the best interest of its community members that local residents are known and the leaders of the Oljato Chapter know its members and identify them by their name. And 5, the Oljato Chapter's goals and obligation are to the residents in the overall important of economic community infrastructure development is to upgrade the standard of living, and the Oljato Chapter recognizes the urgent need for basic residential renovation and construction services for Navajo families living in rural areas of the Oljato Chapter community. And 7, it is in the best interest of Oljato Chapter to provide assistance to its members with home improvement projects to sustain their home in habitable conditions. And 8, the assistance will be extended to member Jimmy B. Yellowman for the procurement of materials essential to complete his home improvement project to his residence located within San Juan County, Oljato, Monument Valley, Utah. 9, attaches a letter from the doctor. Attaches a letter from Dr. Wendell K., who is Jimmy B. Yellowman's primary physician of Monument Valley Clinic, Utah, San Juan County, Utah. Now, therefore, be resolved that 1, the Oljato Chapter hereby approves the allocation of the Housing Discretionary Fund in 09 in the amount of $4,000 to assist Jimmy B. Yellowman for the procurement of materials essential to complete his home improvement project to his residence located within the San Juan, Oljato, Monument Valley, Utah certification.
Motion.
I'll motion that.
Laura motions, you second.
No, I first.
Laura motions. You want second?
It doesn't matter, yes. I just already wrote into it in my head. Well, if it matters, then I'll first motion.
She said first.
Please,
Promise. Promise vote. Green.
Green.
3 greens. 4 opposed, 1 abstention. Okay, we'll go on to 9.8.
I'm still getting caught up. 9.8. That one. Oljato, resolution of the Oljato chapter, resolution number OLJ 0208-2026-NB8. Approving and adopting the fiscal year 2026 unhealthy food tax budget in the amount of $35,985, whereas one pursuant to 26 NC Section 3A, the Oljato chapter is a duly recognized by chapter of the Navajo Nation government as listed at 11 NC Part 1, Section 10, and 2 pursuant to 26 NC Section 1B, the Oljato chapter is vested in the authority to review all matters affecting the community and to make appropriate correction when necessary, making recommendations to the Navajo Nation and other local agencies or appropriate actions. And 3, the fiscal year 2026 unhealthy food tax fund will be used for chapter operation and activities to benefit community membership. And 4, the Oljato chapter approves the budget on healthy food tax in the best interest of the community listed below. Unhealthy food tax, $35,985. Grand total amount, $35,985. Now therefore be it resolved that the Oljato chapter hereby approves and adopts the fiscal year 2026 unhealthy food tax budget in the amount of $35,985. Reference Exhibit A, resolution number blank, and Exhibit B, the Navajo Nation budget forms 1 through 6, attachment subvacation.
Motion?
I motion to table this.
I know this has probably, the meeting has nothing to do with you. But she's tabling your resolution. CSC
Which one?
9.8.
When there's a table, there's no
The
discussion.
fiscal year 2026 unhealthy food tax. And that money I don't repeat there, right? I don't innovate computer load is
There's no discussion when there's a table, respectively, Chair. Thank you for understanding.
She has to have a second. That's why I'm saying that.
No, it's a discussion, so regular meeting.
Well, no, wait, hold on. This is not your meeting, so just listen.
Be respectful.
We're here.
Okay. Oh, so I just had a clarification from the CSC. That MIP. No, it's not this. That's why I don't think you know about it. From this year. So other Asian guidance from a little bit of clarification, regulation, yes, you can know that. Other person, I think it's a me. But the other budget that way. So
There's no discussion for a table.
So I thought this is the money coming to the community. When they show that. You need that about that. It's all on us and so one of the position. Okay, and the budget and about a few million. They are told me that something resolution. Yeah, that's about now 6. So, but they can't table this. Yeah.
This unhealthy didn't come in September, it came in January. And the only reason why, since we're discussing it, the only reason why I decided to table it is because elected officials are supposed to come together, decide where the fund goes, and it should not be in the table form that it is. If the money should be allocated, then we should present it to the people. Therefore, the people will vote on it. Right now, what the resolution says doesn't show is not transparent. It's not showing where the money is going. But I'd like to be a part of this. And then from there, after elected officials are part of where the money is allocated, then we can move forward with the resolution.
The resolution is just to approve that $5,985 to go into unhealthy food tax.
And were you part of where the funds go?
So not certainly yet, because they'll get Daniels in
Were
there.
you a part of
Do
where
you
the
want me
fund
to take
goes?
that money back to Window Rock?
It's not going to Window Rock, and that's not what Herman Daniel's saying. That's why he's giggling at you. And
So,
let's
sit
refrain
on,
from
put
putting
on
word
the-
in each other's
Oh.
mouth.
Because y'all got plenty.
Mr. President, I think there's a motion on the floor for table. Så jag tar that motion i där och så vet jag inte säga att det då nej då är nästan så.
저, 무슨 야? 아니, 나 거기 또 전개도 다다마. 그제 모션이 나는데 뭐, 그 캐디 다 무슨 야? 근데 다 내가 이什么呀? 저 거기 거기 다 이제 아도 다연 캐디 야다 또 that table the table.
Were you a part of the? Okay, then if it's so good, I'm
Mr.
asking.
President, point of order. I'll go ahead and make the motion to what the next week to that. Say about let's get speaking about CSC getting shot on me. Okay, that's it. Getting shot on me. I should that out.
Okay, the motion is the second. Okay. Solomon. Neither shot, Karen. The resolution.
I didn't bring my the resolution packet for that unhealthy food sales tax budget. This resolution was entertained at the last planning meeting. It was presented to the officials, and it was also approved on the wind budget because I met with the ASC staff on the 15th, Thursday of last 2 weeks ago. Out Friday, and not with the officials and the AC staff that all the budgets needs to be approved and the carryover budget resolution needs to be returned. So the unhealthy food tax, it's already been allocated to the Oljato chapter. I don't belong or let's leave it alone. No, I would have to report back to the ASC and the DOJ, letting them know, and also ethics know that Oljato chapter is refusing the $35,985 that they're allocated. Nobody's refusing it.
Sure.
Question.
Okay, we'll vote on it.
Don't count my vote.
Two in favor, 0 abstention, or opposed, 2 abstention.
Don't count my vote. That'll be 1 abstention for the record. Thank you.
Okay. Diga, acá. Peso, que anani de hotel. They're going to under the Shimshi peso. In when the next week when don't you the chance for that. Okay, now on a part the resolution other add-on last happening. I think do you have any idea of Arnold Park or Crank?
Arnold Crank?
Crank, yeah.
His resolution, his request for the UNTF housing is still with the housing committee.
The housing committee?
Yeah, we haven't moved forward.
Okay, so
still waiting.
the sister is add-on document for that. The resolution then about add-on date that side.
Okay, well, that's where I'm at.
Okay, well, the resolution some. Okay. Joe, what about you?
I think you can present it at the
motion on that. Let's motion on that first. So it hasn't Laura motions. And then, Ernie second. And then, comments from that, what do you, not to say, vote in favor? Two, oppose, 0, abstention. Which side do you vote on?
So let me just figure out. We are doing Arnold Crane. What is his resolution about? Because I didn't get it in the approve and adopt agenda. Was it the housing? Was it for the housing?
Carolyn was saying that she's asking for a full house.
UNT. Okay.
UNT.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Now we're back on track here. Hold on. Give me a moment. Okay.
So how do you vote?
I'm gonna read the resolution into the record.
Oh, you got the resolution?
Yeah, that's absolutely what. Resolution of the Oljato chapter. OLJ 0209/2026 in B9. And this resolution number will adjust accordingly. The Oljato chapter requesting Utanavo Trust Fund to assist Arnold Crane with the comprehensive housing assistance. Families residing in Oljato chapter in San Juan County, Utah, and is a registered member of the Oljato chapter. Whereas one, pursuant to Title 26 and in Navajo Nation Code, subsection 4001D and 4028A and B, the Oljato chapter is established and certified as a local government entity of the Navajo Nation vested with authority to review all matters affecting the chapter and submit appropriate recommendation to the Navajo Nation government or other local agencies by resolution. And two, pursuant to Title 26 NNC Chapter 1, Navajo Nation Chapter Subsection 1B, 1 and 2, the Navajo Nation Council delegated the chapter governmental authority with respect to local matters consistent with Navajo law, including custom and tradition, allows chapter to make decisions to govern with responsibility and accountability to community memberships. And 3, the Oljato chapter advocates in the best interest of its community members that residents are known and the leaders of the Oljato chapter know its members and identify them by their name. And 4, the Oljato chapter is actively working to enhance the quality of life for families living without running water and electricity by advocating for comprehensive homes with families in need. And 5, to support this initiative, the Utanavo Trust Fund administers housing assistance for eligible Utanavo beneficiaries under Utah Administrative Code R661-7, which includes funding for the construction of the new complete home. And Arnold Crank is a qualifying Utah Navajo beneficiary and residents of the Oljato chapter holding an approved home site lease and for a parcel of land located within the following coordinates that it has been verified by the Oljato Chapter Housing Committee. And 7, the Oljato Chapter Housing Committee has reviewed the applicant's documentation and determined that housing application is complete and meets all chapter and UNTS eligibility requirements. And the Community Service Coordinator, Carolyn Begay, has reviewed and confirmed that the housing application for Arnold Crank is complete and accurate, including the approved home site leases. And 9, the UNTF has confirmed that the applicant's file is complete and ready for consideration for housing construction assistance. And 10, the Oljato chapter recognizes the importance of supporting the community members who have completed all housing application requirements and therefore supports the construction of a complete new home that is consistent with UNTF's standard housing specifications.
Motion, you had that motion?
To meet accessibility and safety needs. Now, therefore, be resolved that 1, the Oljato chapter hereby approves and accepts the Utanavo Trust Fund approved funding and construction of a complete home for a beneficiary applicant, Arnold Crank, home site lease location with the home site lease that is approved certification.
Okay, chat, let's motion on this. Any motion on it? Laura? Hammond, second? Okay, well, go ahead and open it for discussion. Who, I want to ask you, who did that resolution?
Hold on. Who did the first motion again?
Laura
Laura
and then Herman?
and Herman, got it. Velta.
Well, that, okay, now I have a question for the CSE. You said you don't know nothing about this resolution, but how come your name's in that resolution?
I don't recall making that resolution at all. I don't write my resolutions that way.
So what do we do now as a former chapter
CSCs are
president?
not supposed to write the resolutions.
The
Chapter
chapter
secretary
chapter
treasurer is
president,
supposed to write the
council goes,
resolutions. That's why she's
oh,
not
oh,
aware of it.
resolution, the net, I know, that didn't know. So the consent on the way that should all have been shot on it. I thought it's like a fraud now, yeah, to do a resolution to have the administration being put in there by somebody else's resolution.
It wasn't a planning meeting, a con, and it was a pass.
Oh, just back with it. Go ahead.
Mr. President, the reason why I second the motion is because I was kind of went through the process on Sunday.
Oh,
I guess we didn't.
oh,
Some somebody that was in that, but
oh,
CSC. So usually goes to administration. I don't have any.
oh, it's just, you know,
Such a thing.
you know, okay. So I will have it evidence in there.
Carol.
هجوب بلند عيده هجو على بانيكو هذا ناس بدأ يبنوا ويا شكونه so I guess we can approve it and then I guess I know addition actually هو وقتها عشان تعجله شو يعجل هجي بكادو ينتي عشان لازم بالحديد هجو لازم policy procedure لازم هجو هذا زيادة هجو عشان ناس كان لازم تعزيه وهنا كان لازم سما
If you can't force CSCs, you can force the president to show up to these meetings.
Mr. President, all the meetings, I don't know that. I know that other chapters they do and then they that all the resolutions, you know, that another thought they think it prevent the policy of conduct as a number and they can shit on it because they know that even cut and it's so jungle as well. So I would say that before maybe before the meeting, but a day before the meeting, something like
deal. All right, so now we'll take care of both the kitchen band for me. So see that and I'm not on three or out in the field or such a little. You take your vote back out, or you can abstain, you can, okay. Friday, I think you're on the beat, we are, that's all. Well, just go ahead and turn this into a leadership meeting. Turn it at 6 o'clock. Okay, how do you abstain?
I'll vote in favor.
2 in favor, okay. That's very nice. 2 in favor. 0 abstain, or 0 opposed, no, 3 abstention. Okay. Okay now.
How many is section 2?
2. It's your turn now. Feel it. So, 9. Was that the one you were talking about?
I just sent you the resolution.
Oh, you just sent it, you want to read it, his resolution?
Yeah, give me a moment. I'm trying to catch up with the meeting minutes. Don't forget about your secretary treasurer. I would request that you would check on me every now and then. I would greatly appreciate that, Chair.
I gave that.
And
I thought you gave that to me.
no, is that to you? Sorry.
Oh, there it is.
But I made it's up. It's change the word.
You had some.
Sorry.
Just no, you don't read that one because knowledge and read do that. Just do the well. Do how you do yours first. Skip that and do that. Because that one's the duplicate of what those one. But you'll just change your sabi kinite Oljato.
Okay.
Okay.
Resolution of the Oljato chapter, resolution number OLJ dash 02-10 2026 in B10. This resolution number will adjust accordingly, requesting the Navajo Department of Transportation INDOT to include NOS regional routes on the Navajo Nation Road priority listing and to support a regional transportation plan for the Nassisan Oljato Shanto Tapikin NOS Regional Council. Whereas one pursuant to NNC Section 3A, that's the Oljato chapter is a duly recognized certified chapter of the Navajo Nation government as listed at 11 NNC Part 1, Section 10, and vested with the authority to discuss all matters affecting the Navajo people and this nation. And two, pursuant to NNC Section 1B, the Oljato chapter is vested with authority to review all matters affecting the community, making appropriate corrections when necessary, and provide recommendations to the Navajo Nation and other local agencies for appropriate actions. And three, the Oljato chapter is a duly recognized chapter of the Navajo Nation organized pursuant to Navajo Nation law and exercises local governance authority on behalf of the Oljato community. For the Oljato, the Nassisan Oljato Shanto Tapikin NOS Regional Council represent multiple chapters and communities that share geographic, cultural, and transportation connections within the northern regions of the Navajo Nation. 5, safe, reliable, and well-maintained transportation infrastructure is essential to public safety, access to education, emergency response, economic development, agriculture, and the overall well-being of the residents within the Oljato community and the greater NOS region. 6, many roadways within the Oljato chapter and throughout the NOS region have been identified as being in need of grading, widening, chip seals, resurfacing, restriping, or full paving due to weather condition, increased traffic, and long-standing maintenance needs. 7, the Navajo Department of Transportation INDOT utilizes the Navajo Nation Road Priority Listing to evaluate, plan, prioritize road projects for engaging review, funding, consideration, construction, and long-term maintenance. 8, inclusion on the INDOT road priority listing is a necessary step for the road to be considered for future transportation funding and implementation. 9, the Oljato chapter supports a regional and collaborative approach to transportation planning through the NOS Regional Council to ensure coordination, equity, and efficient use of limited transportation resources. 10, the following roadway have been identified as initial priority routes for inclusion in a regional transportation plan for the NOS region and for the INDOT review and prioritization. A, Navajo Route 16 North and 16N, restricting pothole and crack repair, fencing, signage, and resurfacing in select areas. B, Navajo Route 16 and 16 South, full paving of entire routes, including fencing, culverts, cattle guard installation, signage, and associated improvements. C, Navajo Route 6320 and 6320, grading and widening with chip seal surfacing feasible. D, while post road grading and widening with chip seal surfacing if feasible. E, Paiute Farms Road CR 423, grading and widening with chip seal surfacing if feasible. If Navajo Route N6440, grading and widening with chip seal surfacing if feasible. 11, these routes serve as the critical corridors for school transportation, emergency services, inter-community travel, agricultural activity, and access to essential service for Sepikin and surrounding NOS region communities. 12, the request is preliminary and additional roadways may be identified and submitted by the other chapters within the NOS region as transportation needs are further defined by the respective communities. 13, coordinated regional planning supported by chapter resolution will assist INDOT in conducting field reviews, engineering assessment, and cost evaluation necessary to develop a comprehensive and equitable transportation plan for the NOS region. Now, therefore, be it resolved that 1, the Oljato chapter formally requests the Navajo Department of Transportation INDOT review and include the identified NOS regional routes: Navajo Route 16, North Navajo Route 16, South Navajo Route 6320, White Post Road, and Paiute Farm Road on the Navajo Nation Road priority listing. 2, the Tepican chapter supports the development of a regional transportation plan through the Natsisan Oljato Shanta Tepican NOS Regional Council, recognizing that transportation needs extend beyond individual chapter boundaries. 3, the Oljato chapter supports the inclusion of additional roadway identified by other chapters within the NOS region as those chapters define their transportation needs through duly adopted resolution or formal request. For the Oljato chapter, respectfully request the INDOT conduct field inspection, engineering evaluation, and cost assessment for the identified routes and any additional routes submitted by NOS region chapters to ensure accurate prioritization and planning. 5, the Oljato chapter urges INDOT National Council, Navajo Nation Council delegates, and the NOS Regional Council to convene a regional meeting with participating chapter to review transportation priorities, discuss additional road needs, and coordinate inclusion of the INDOT road priority listing certification. I will go ahead and press that motion.
While the motion is second. Or second. Yeah, I'd pull
What was that?
take a vote.
Make sure to get this really done.
Can you elaborate?
Dee, this resolution is for to, as the NOS Regional Council, right? We all come up and we all want to have a prioritization on all of our routes. Which one needs to be paved, which one needs to be graded, all that stuff. INDOT, Navajo DOT, they go off of a priority listing, which they submit to the BIA so that they could get funding on their priority lists that they have. Which in some case, some of those things go to the tribal improvement plans and all that stuff. So as far as the NOS Regional Council, we're looking at wanting to include Navajo Route 16 both north and south,
This resolution.
because that also is the main route that goes to Navajo Mountain as well. We also have Navajo Route 6320, which is one of the routes that goes from Shanto. And then we also have White Post Road, which is from the Tatakin to the canyon. And then Paiute Farms 60 CR 423, which is the road that comes back here that goes by Forest Gump Hill up towards Dennahutsa. And then the other one is no, Paiute Farms is the one back there, yeah.
Yeah, back
The one by Oljato on that side. Okay, that one there, and then also Navajo Route 6440 is the one that from Forest Gump Hill going towards the Dennahutsa. So this one here is a part of our routes of priorities that we want to include as a list to give to Navajo Navajo DOT to say that this is NOS's routes. These are our priorities on what we want to focus on to make sure that we have adequate roads and whatnot. There's a lot of other roads that are around here. Yes, we understand they all need maintaining, but as far as right now, I think what we're focusing on is the major routes within the communities. And so that's why we're including this, and to say that, to tell Navajo Nation that this is our stance as the regional council to say these are our priorities.
Yeah. Got it. But
Yes, thank you for that. Shaniki Kodo, Arunana Kodo, Celia. Thank you for the resolution, Kodo. It's good that we're doing this, Kodo. But not the Shaniki. One of the legislation that was sponsored by Delegate Arvin Mitchell. Hey, yeah, it's on table, this guy, yeah. Arunana Delegate Karate. Hey, yeah, the UK, they've got a comprehensive road plan. So it is I don't know. Yeah, so this is the eight that. So from our region, the teaching eight of so I try I had a delegates and Nigeria. So with this go even last joy even so we're ready that. So even bit at Sato that comprehensive road plan yeah and delegate party okay. So delegate Mitchell the 10 million okay and then I believe that over this case so delegate Karate is going to come up with more dollars, yeah. Maybe 100 million, that's the EDET, 150 million, that's the EDET. So EDET, thank you.
OK，还有人讲好，是因为啊，有要被变成
Yeah, if you want to include that, other roads, then they end up with a red yeah, right, 6410. Check with that goodie, so not here, teeny there. We can include that one too. Yeah, that's yeah.
6410. No, all right, then I guess we'll amend the resolution for next the regular chapter meeting. Fishing roads, you got add on the spent battle on the ship. Yeah,
Two.
okay. Favor vote. 2, 3, 3 in favor, 0 abstention, or 0 opposed, 1 abstention. There you go. That's our resolutions, and we'll go ahead and go to number 10, announcements. Go ahead and read that, Twyla.
I'm trying to catch up. Do you mind if you can read?
10 announcements. Utah Heat Assistance forms for Utah residents available at the chapter administration. Red Feathers Assistance forms available at the chapter administration. Chapter vacancies, heavy equipment operator, carpenter supervisors, carpenter supervisor, carpenters, three carpenters, 2 laborers, maintenance. Upcoming schedule meetings, planning meeting, 10 a.m. today, February 1st, 2026, Monument Valley, Utah Welcome Center. Auto regular chapter meeting, 10 a.m. February 8th at Monument Valley Welcome Center at 10 o'clock. Next planning meeting, 10 a.m. March 10th, 2026, or March 1st, 2026, Monument Valley Welcome Center, 10 o'clock. Following regular meeting, 10 a.m. March 8th, 2026, Monument Valley Utah Welcome Center. Auto district grazing meeting. Yeah, it's coming Friday though. So I have them right here at food court.
District grazing?
Yeah.
What time?
What time?
10.
10 o'clock, food court. Auto Pimentes. Okay, TBA. Western Navajo Agency Grazing, 9 a.m. March 14, 2026, Navajo Mountain, Utah. Chapters. FUPC, TBA, Veterans, TBA. Housing Committee, TBA, NOS, 9 a.m. April 4th, 2026, Shanto Community Government. Navajo Advisory Committee, UNTF, 1:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. March 20th, 2026. Mesa Chapter, Navajo Revitalization Fund, TBA, 11. Adjournment at 1:57. And motion, adjourn, Laura.
Motion who?
Laura. Second, Herman. Okay, vote.
In favor.
In favor, 0 Opposed, one abstention. Yeah, okay lah. Sunday 我先看到嘞，阿都看到也下，你讲了，都但是先咯，到那个时候你，到玩你弄卡好，再加我。
Who first the first and second the motion to help include tax? Was it Herman was the first and then Laura was second? The 9.8
The
unhealthy
chair's
food.
back.
Herman was first.
28
That's what was doing. Maybe improved it to law. The right have to.
talked about.
But I can ask. Well, I'll just agenda for next one. And then you get to.
Charge.
I will.
What place? After something.
Oh, well, I just because I have
You go.
the left here. So I'm gonna go through it. In the winter, the main thing. Hey, it was Arnold Frankfurt. Born Jim Franklin.
If you're that's the marriage.
Oh, I think this there, right? They already sent an email. Whole information.
I think just said Arnold.
Yeah.
Jim Frankfurt. Yeah, I'll just see it.
Came before us one time.
Then, and then, and I have a, so I send you. I wanted to send you some messages.
Yeah, that's it.
And then oh. It's actually. So there's no. Just getting ready to.
Okay,